will do one verse and one chorus, as I say, from Wajang.
From Wajang.
What is this? It's thunder. Oh, yeah, relax just now. Let Tigress finish. Sing first. And
Of course. No, sweetheart, it's me. I'm coming. There must be drama.
Yes. Drama. This is all that Jammette out there. Not just woman. Man too.
So welcome.
Thank you. So you are one of the
two Jammettes. And so this celebration of our fellow Jammette woman will be in October.
That's the month of my birth.
Hey, what day is the birthday? So you'll maybe put it for the weekend.
October 11th is my birthday.
Okay, October 11th is the birthday. Yep. Okay, all right. I'm making a note. I have several Libran friends. So this is going to be good. This is going to be good.
Yes, this is going to be good.
So the song that I selected out of your portfolio is Yen Si Wajang Yet.
Yes. The jam. You see, again, it relates.
Yes.
My name is Rowley, as everyone knows, and it's a name that I wear with pride. I always use that as my opening for most because that is me.
Yes. Yeah, not a lie was told.
No, not a lie.
My name is Rowley, as everyone knows, and it's a name that I wear with pride. Since then they are retweet, but you are taking blows. It's 23 years now I'm by your side. Since Maurice Marshall, through every trial, whatever you give me I never fail. While I build in houses, some people in crosses, but this mortal stab is the final nail. Help me sing to all who out the slack them in them. Have me on the end them all of shame. Before you cast me out in disgrace, I want to beat me accusers to the face.
Good afternoon, viewers. My name is Joanne Rowley, aka Tigress, not Lady Tigress, not singing Tigress, not just Tigress. My name is just Tigress. Because a lot of people have mixed it up. I am just a female tiger. Hey, I am just a female tiger in every form. And that's who I am. I'm from South Trinidad. Went to Open Bible High School right in South. Plenty of people always wonder, you from South? Yes, I am. I grew up in Maruga, then I used to live in La Brea, and I also reside in Kufa. So I'm also from Central. I'm a real Southerner. I don't cross Nestles, the curry factory there. Although I did have a little stint in Port of Spain, in Jackson Place in Port of Spain, but I'm a Southerner. And that's who I am. How did I come up with that name, Tigress? I named myself because I wanted a different name when I started singing. I didn't want the norm. I don't normally go. Maybe that's why I'm on this show. I wanted to bring out the J, not just for Joanne, the J for Jammette in me. I wanted to bring out that a little bit. I didn't want the lady this because, nah, or a flower, no. But I love the tiger. That's the most beautiful creature on the face of the earth for me. It has so many colors. There is no one tiger that you could see that look like the other. And I really, really love the tiger. Everywhere over my house, I have paintings of tigers because that's what I love, and the Tigress was born. And sometimes I just go somewhere, like I would go to a prize giving and call him Miss Rowley to the rostrum, and I'd be sitting down and I say, not you, they call him. If you say calling Tigress, I'm up, because that's me. So that's who Tigress is. Bold, confident. That's who the tiger is. Will pounce on you when you're running and take and that's who just as the tiger will do. That's who I am, the Tigress.
And take a chunk out of any
just prey. While you're running, just take a hind leg. Just the tiger will just snatch you. Take a hind leg and go with the rest of you. I when you want this. That's who I am, the tiger.
The children that have yet to be born will be looking at this on YouTube.
What type? Because of my name, I assert myself better with political. But I also have great pieces that I did in social commentary. I also have a touch of humor too, because in my very first year in 1988, when I moved all the way to the Savannah, I took a different spin on domestic violence in Pound for Pound. Man, they beat woman and sit at the bag. He'll treat woman, make them feel so sad. And these stupid woman that's take all the blows, still cooking on time, cleaning out, washing the man clothes. And if a next man passing, man is like if she only watch. And these dotish women just adore these men and say they love them so much.
If I feel to watch, I'm watching. What I feel to do, I'm doing. And if you feel that you're beating me, man, you must be crazy. Because I'm fighting back with you, kicking and popping too. And if you're only ready, you're supposed to come and I will floor you with a foot. You have 2 hands and I have 2. What you do to me, I go do to you. Tumble, you could pretend wrong, but I'm fighting you to the ground. Pound for pound.
Because I'm fighting back with your pound for pound. That was a different twist. And again, that is in social. You could also say it is a tad humorous, but it is a social issue. And then you have my other life in United Sisters where we handled party. So when you round it off, and then we also have Amber Tyler Woman. I had Caribbean Woman in a different vein of her open genre of calypso. So whenever you call, whatever the category, bring it on, I'm ready. Of course, I am a tiger.
And I mean, there's an aunt of mine who refuses to call me by my name and calls me Tiger.
Okay. Good.
So, so I feel like here we are. We on par with each other there now.
So you understand.
I feel you 110%.
Yes.
I've got you. So who or what introduced you to
I know
Calypso?
them.
How did you get introduced to
Palo
it?
Seco singing in Vin. Believe it or not, I used to sing in a ballroom band. That's where everybody. Yes, I did. Everybody knows. And I used to do calypsos in the band. I used to do all different songs. Frankie, all those are different songs. But I used to do Francine's Money. And every year, money where I go, can't you see? I need you now. You have a lot of people must be saying right now, I never hear that song by Francine. Yeah, that was one of Francine's songs. I think it was written by Joker Devines. And I used to sing that song in the band. But every year there used to be a show in Point Fortin called The Best of Point Fortin. And I was living in Ludbury at that time. So the band that I used to sing for was the backup band for the artist. So I was automatically on the show. And Luther, who's from Point Fortin, was on the show. And when I sang that, the first year we met, he said, you could sing calypso, you know. And I'm like, me, no. I said, I get right here. The next year we met on the show again. He said, I tell you, that year I was doing Pan in Danger. He said, I tell you, you can sing calypso. This would have been about 85 now. 84, I took part in the Queen show in Skinner Park, the Calypso Queen show. And the following year when we said, nah, we're going. I said, all right, let's take a try at it. And we took part in the regional competitions. I would have been Faisabad, Lebre, Point Fortin. I came second in one, third in one. He said, you see what I tell you? The following year, which was 1987, he said, we're going again, right? I said, yeah, man, go now, I'm ready. Going, met Stanislaus. What's his, I can forget his name right now. These guys from Point Fortin and them, everybody beat all them guys. Come first in Point Fortin. He said, that's it, we going. And 1988, that was the birth of Tigress. I came into Port of Spain, auditioned for New Kono audition. There's a different thing now because this is the big leagues. And I went to New Wave Calypso Theatre, which is now known as Kaiso House. And that's where I started. And that year I went all the way to the Savannah and placed fourth, singing Pong for Pong and What Is. And that has been it and no turning back since then.
Emancipation is when you have total control of mind, your body and soul. But when they take the chains off your feet, they tell you you're free to run down the street. Have you thinking as they want you to, and they're dictating every everything you do. Emancipation is far away from you.
Then they used to have the road show. Every year they would select some calypsonians and take them to Tobago for a road show. And I got selected to go on the road show. Luther said, that's a definite that you're in semifinals. He said, normally when you get picked for the road show, you're in semifinals. By this time now, you know, I am sure, oh my God, semifinals. And what do you think that this, not only J for Joanne, but J for the Queen Jammette did when she went to pull for semifinals? I pulled number 1. Oh, I vomit, I get a diarrhea. I was sick because Skinner Park, no. And Skinner Park then was 2 different things. I think they used to camp out from the Friday night in Skinner Park. Because when you are in position number 1, the park is already packed. And I have to face this. I was never so scared in all my life. But I prevailed, and here I am.
Where does Tigress meet Joanne? Because they're 2 different women, I'm guessing, being a performer.
Oh, they are 2 different. So they are 2.
How are they different, and where do they meet in the middle?
They meet. I have 2. If I'm good thing that she should see this shirt kind of divided. This is Joanne here, and this is definitely Tigress over here. This part is Joanne. This part is Tigress. Joanne. Okay, like the only way I could describe it is I work for a pharmaceutical company. One day I went to lunch with one of my co-workers, and this woman saw me and she was like, Tigress, oh my God. And I'm like, hi, how are you? And my co-worker started up looking at me like, what the hell is going on here? And so afterwards she was like, what was that? I said, well, there's a little story and a little adage I could give you. You ever heard the story of a little pond with a big fish and a big fish and a little pond? She said, yeah. I said, well, I'm a big fish in my little pond. She said, what does that mean? I said, if you say the name Joanne Rowley in Trinidad and Tobago or the Caribbean, people know who you're talking about. Really? And she's like, so are you like on the money or something? I'm like, no. It's not coming to America. It's not coming to America. Tigress is the one that would say, let's go. Will be bold. And Joanne is the one that would say, okay, you can't say that. Don't say that. Find another word to say that. But we meet in the middle. We meet in the middle nicely and separated since.
Well, it's interesting that you say that Joanne decides, like, let's not say that.
Yes, let's not say that. Can't say that.
As a Jammette, we say the things that need to be said. And sometimes it might rub people the wrong way.
The wrong way. And I always tell people that too. I am a hard life. If I could define that, I am a very hard life. I don't mama guy people. I don't tell you just what you want to hear. I say it as it is. And if I cannot tell you something to your face, I would not tell the other person. The only way I would say it is because I could tell you. And most of the times you find when it is said, you say, oh, she told me that already. So even if I tell you something, don't bother thinking you're going back and tell the person. She'll tell me, oh, she told me that already. And that's who Joanne is. That's who Joanne is. So I am not a very hard like. If somebody say, I really like Tigress, it's because they genuinely like me. I don't sugarcoat. Too many times we find people a sugarcoat and we sweep things on the rug. When you sweep things on the rug, it tends to trip you. And I don't do that. So I keep sweeping it. One day, the rug is going to come into a ball and you're going to trip and you're going to fall on your face.
Do you have any advice for newcomers who are entering this industry?
Into this industry, I am often asked that. And my answer remains the same, none. Because we have none. Because we have a crop of youngsters that coming in now that now is modern technology. When I came in, you didn't even used to record your songs. You go to the tent and you sing your song. You have your music written and you sing your song. But it's different now. The thing has changed, which we welcome, of course. It gives you, the older one, more to catch up to. Because they record their song, it's on the radio, it's getting airplay, a big. This is the young one now. So what do they do? Unlike me, who when I came in, I make sure and I greeted everybody that was my Calypso elder. So you find out they could approach you but now you can't, because as soon as they have a song and you walk in, they will walk in a room, not even good evening, not even good morning. And I'm like, okay, one song. All right, we'll see where that would go. That's how they are. Did used to have a camaraderie that when you come to the tent, you're coming in your clothes and you're bringing your clothes with you. Now they dress, they sit in the car. When there's a time, they go on the stage. So what could you really tell them? Because they know it already. But if asked, I would tell them you ain't put nothing out there. So don't come looking for anything. Don't. You come and you give of your best and you leave the rest up to the culture gods. Because one year you could be on top and the next year for some strange reason, nobody just ain't hearing you because it's somebody else's turn. And this is what happens with the young people. They can't take when it's not their turn. If my name don't call for semifinals, I have the biggest problem. You know what's the problem? What the hell am I wearing in the park? Because if you don't hear me, you gonna see me. I remember one year myself and Sandra didn't make it to semifinal. What did we do? We buy the same outfit. And we bought 2 pairs of shoes and put on one side each in the same shoe. And everybody's seen us. But you know it have to be 4 pairs of shoe because we have on the same sides. And we just create a whole conversation in the park because that's what we do. Your name ain't call. What? So your name ain't call. You're vexed. You ain't going in the park. You ain't talking to who make it. There is always saying to co-office, I am the most miserable when I'm not in the park because I have to get tickets for me and the crew to go in the park. Go in and support everybody still. That's all we have to do. Just love the thing. That's all. And once they commentate with that, everything will flow nicely.
You know, it's not the easiest thing to do in Trinidad. It's to be an artist. So can you share some of your challenges with us?
In 2004, I sang a song, Crossroads. To date, to me, that's one of my best songs. To me. Crossroads is Trinbago, although we at a crossroad. We can't let she drop. We can't let she flop, stand tall as a wall. D&T could never fall. Of course, I'm playing on homage. And I sing out my soul case, and then the judges said they didn't hear me. They didn't hear me, but I have so much points for this and how much. And I'm like, if you didn't hear me, will you judge? How will you give me points? And then that was the remark. We weren't hearing. And I'm like, I don't get it. And again, in 2019, I lost 2 sons. And it is a challenge for me daily. It is not easy. One of the ways that I choose to be, my life is therapy. My whole life, I'm being therapeutic to my own self. And one of the songs that I did was Who Feels It Knows.
Whatever your class or your color, let's discuss a real silent killer. It coming to chop you down, and when it cuts like a knife. Some of my friends would say, Tigress, you feel us and strong like a fortress. And whenever you are wrong, we just feel we could run the tongue. After burying 2 sons in succession, I came face to face with depression. It's just by the grace of God I could stand up to sing this song. You see, who feels it knows it. It's no bed of roses. I want to expose it. No one knows how you feel. Who feels it knows it. I'm bound to expose it. When that open door closes, depression is real.
I went on the road good with a song on the rainbow, and I'm just like something stopped me and said, no, this message needs to be said. And I, to date, even if I am singing the song, I am sobbing uncontrollably. And a judge mistake emotions for screaming and say I was screaming. I wasn't screaming. I sing my song because it's the truth. It is the truth. Just like the song said, it's a challenge to get out of bed daily. It's a challenge because until you have looked at your children stretched out, you cannot walk my walk. And then when you pour out your heart like that and a judge tell you, you were screaming, really? Really? So these are the little things that would, but again, do I let that daunt my spirit? No, it doesn't. Because after that, I say, me, that's it, I done, not me again, I done. And by September month, why singing? You come right back to the same junction. And then my son would say, Mom, I thought you said, shh, shh. Okay, leave me, let me see what I want to say. So all who out to slander me name, don't call me a Django, no, hang me on the PNM wall of shame. You want to cast me out in disgrace? I want to meet my accusers to the face. Because you see me as a threat, the challenge before you never forget. You're holding this grudge for a long, long time. When Danga Singh talk was inquiry, they send me file to the DPP as though I commit some heinous crime. You will think I cuss somebody inside the cabinet or mash up the wagon net, but no, you ain't really see what I'm yet. Not as yet. Not as yet. They ain't really see what I'm yet. Not as yet. Not as yet. They ain't really see what I'm yet. And they still ain't see what I'm yet.
I am so appreciative of you joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
And saying yes, but you have to WhatsApp me your address because I have things to send for you, including, but not limited to, this plaque. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, I see it. Yes, I see it. Yes, thank you so much.
Right. And I'm going to just read that for you. It's our honor to present you with this token of Jammette appreciation. We remain grateful and indebted as we stay committed to sharing your hard work, your accomplishments, your spirit, and your fire with the world. Your impact is valued. Your voice is important. Thank you for your amazing contribution to our culture. And that's from me and Jarrell. So we're going to mail this to you.
Oh, thank you so much. And it's supposed to sign to Jammette.
Yes,
Very good. As long as it have that on it, I am.
As we continue to celebrate Calypso History Month, the two Jammettes team could not have shown our appreciation for Tigress without help from our sponsors. Jammette Baskets by Wicker Woven Wishes, Glow Candles, Essentials by Kells, A Finite Company, Creative Explosions by Liz, McKay's Rum Cream Liqueur, and special mention to the team's MVP, Miss Dominique Roy. You can find the uncut hour-long interview on 2Jammettes' YouTube channel. And keep watching 2Jammettes on OURradio.fm.